Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Now, where Filippo and I discuss cars that are currently live on Cars and Bids. I am back from my European escapades. It is nice to be back, but I'm very much looking forward to talking to you about cars because you've been talking to Insane Nick, and boy, were you guys off the deep end.
But I won, and that's all that matters.
I took a look at last week's thing, and it was a tie. It was a tie. Honestly,
you're the home team, a tie's a win.
The home team, a tie's a win. Spoken like Filippo. But nonetheless, it was fun watching you guys, but I'm very happy to be back. And this week, we're going to be talking about Halo cars. Yeah. Currently on Cars and Bids, there are a lot of really desirable cars. Halo cars from the brands that we love and adore. And so I wanted
some other brands, too.
And some other brands too. And so I wanted to have a battle, you versus me, talking about Halo cars. And I'm going to start. I chose two cars that are kind of recession-rich era, both Halos from their respective brands. And this one...
So Halos from the era... I mean, it's actually pre-recession, really.
It's technically pre-recession.
So like they were still making good cars.
Just.
It's not like GM in 09 coming out of the Cobalt.
No. No, that was rough. This is a Mercedes-McLaren SLR Coupe. Without question, one of the icons of its era. It's in the same category as the Courier GT and the Enzo as one of the... It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Is it as desirable as those cars? Not really, because of course it has a 5-speed torque converter automatic. But nonetheless, this is a 617 horsepower supercharged V8 collaboration between McLaren and Mercedes. It was built by McLaren in Woking. It was designed mostly by McLaren. And of course, it has Mercedes badge on because they did the powertrain, things like that. But it was a really unique collaboration at its time. Without question, this was the Halo car from Mercedes-Benz in that era.
Look, I mean...
Look at it.
It was a Halo car, for sure.
Look at the exhaust pipes are up here.
Yeah,
they exit out in front of the door.
A G63 AMG.
No, those exit underneath the door. This is in front of the door.
Same thing. It is notable that a car that at the time was a Courier GT competitor.
Yes.
As a competitor, because it was.
In terms of performance, it really was a very different type of car.
It was, but like in terms of like where was it placed in those automakers' lineups? It was the Halo car. It cost similar amounts to those, if memory serves.
It was, yeah, I think it was a little bit less expensive.
The market doesn't view them quite the same way. And that means that it's, in many ways, it's a deal, right? It's like you can get what was the Halo car from the era that we all think is the best era of car, the early 2000s, first half of the 2000s. M5 somewhere.
It's over there somewhere.
Showcase it.
Yeah.
It is that, but you can actually afford it.
Yeah, it puts you in that category. Now, of course, a lot of people complain about how expensive these cars are to take care of with their carbon ceramic brakes.
It's a Halo car.
But the thing is, when you actually look into how expensive carbon ceramic brakes are in general, it's not that crazy. They're actually quite similar to like replacing a Ferrari's carbon ceramic brakes. You want to talk about expensive, look at an Enzo's brakes. It is expensive, but you have to remember the caliber of car it was designed to compete against.
Also, look at those wheels.
Yeah, the wheels are fantastic. I've always loved. I've driven SLRs. I don't particularly necessarily love the way they drive at low speed. The brakes do nothing, and then they put you through the windshield.
Yeah, it's carbon ceramics. Old carbon ceramics.
And old carbon ceramics. I will say the engine is phenomenal. Yeah. So much torque, and it just takes off. It is unbelievable how fast this car is. It's a very legitimate, well over 200-mile-an-hour car, comfortably over 200 miles an hour. And of course, I think back to Jeremy Clarkson driving on long distances. It was like it had the supercar performance, but it had a lot of GT credentials, which you definitely could not say about the Enzo or really the Courier GT. So it was a different approach, and that's how Mercedes-Benz did it. But I can't believe we have an SLR on the site. I think they're just so cool, and I do think they look awesome. That Formula One inspired nose and.
They look very cool. And it is certainly a Halo car. And it is the budget Halo car.
It is. From that era.
What's an Enzo now?
5-ish million.
Okay. Courier GT is, we'll call it 1 to 2. This SLR obviously has high miles, 36,000 miles. This is in the 200 to 300 somewhere in there.
Somewhere. It's about, I mean, it'll be less than 10% of the value of an Enzo.
Which is crazy.
So, yeah. I mean, it's
talk about accessible Halo.
And I have to give it to our friend Sam. He's right. If I saw one of these driving down the street, I would absolutely stop and take a picture of it. You just never see these around.
Yeah, totally. Agreed. That's a good choice.
Thank you. I believe it's the right choice.
Maybe not inspired, but good.
Not inspired. Well, you've made some decisions here.
Yeah.
You've cheated, as I wanted to pick two cars for this.
I haven't cheated at all.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
because I wanted to let you all know what I could have chosen, but chose not to choose.
You
I could have
chose not
chosen
to
it.
choose.
I said not to. And I'd like
Okay.
to go through them real quick. All right, 1997 Lotus Esprit V8. Halo car.
I love
Excellent
that
car. This one has
car.
12,400 miles. Could have chosen it. Didn't.
Look at that thing.
Yeah. 1996 Dodge Viper GTS. Halo car.
Yeah.
Halo car.
Yep, American Halo car icon. Again, truly.
Incredible car in the color that Viper GTS blue with the stripes is the color.
Double bubble.
This has 6,000 miles unmodified. It's an incredibly special car, and also was very much a Halo car. Could have chosen it, didn't. You know what I did choose? 1993 Audi S4. Go to it, please.
Now, I love the S4.
So, I mean, the S4 in many ways created Audi's performance sedan line. But, much more importantly, this one is a 261 mile per hour land speed record car. It was in 2012, it was the world's fastest sedan.
Oh my god!
And it has 1,155 horsepower from a turbocharged 5-cylinder. So it still uses the 5-cylinder engine that was in the S4 to start with. Just it now makes, instead of whatever 200-ish, whatever horsepower you expect it to make, it makes 1,155.
That's remarkable.
You're going to say the S4 is not a Halo car for Audi. And, you know, we didn't specify
Correct.
who it was a Halo car for. And I think for every single parts manufacturer that helped sponsor this build, this car was like the pinnacle of what their parts and all their parts all put together could do. This is what you could make in 2012. This is what you could make a sedan do. You had to take a car that at the time was 19 years old and say, hey, what if we like took this car that's 19 years old and added a bunch of parts and made it the true pinnacle, the fastest sedan in the world that year?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you like yoga?
No.
Because this is a stretch even for you. This is a really rough.
I'm serious, right? Like we think about Halo cars for manufacturers, cars that they built to like really be at the top of the lineup. This was a car that the
was
gentleman that
modified.
built this. This is Jeff Gerner. This is the car that he built to like exemplify what all of these parts together could do. What happens if you took a 160,000 mile 1993 Audi S4, made it somehow have 1,155 horsepower on in what sounds like it was basically the engine? I mean, some modifications, but
Some
the engine.
light modifications.
And this is what it could do. And the answer is that it could set a record for the world's fastest sedan that year at 261 miles per hour. That is a Halo car for all of the brands that participated in that challenge.
You know, when I think sedan, one of the things I think about is that it has 4 doors and can carry 4
It has
people.
4 doors.
That's got one seat.
It has 4 doors.
It has 4 doors. They are only open to access the other mechanical components
Exactly.
required to make
That
it
is
do
still
that speed.
practical.
It is. This is the most. You've spent too much time around Nick. This is a
No,
ridiculous.
I said it's not just automakers that can make Halo cars. It's also any modification brand can make what is like a Halo product and then can exemplify it in what is fundamentally like the test bed and the pinnacle of what their parts can achieve.
To be clear, very cool.
Thank you.
Not really a Halo car.
No, it is. It is. Regardless.
You've
260
cheated
miles per
and
hour.
you've picked a car that isn't.
You were saying the SLR McLaren pretty fast. What's the top speed? Probably less than 261 miles per hour. Yeah,
It is slow.
Yeah,
Yes.
turns out with a 1993 Audi S4, thanks to the glory of a lot of modifications well built together, exemplifying what the pinnacle of what those parts could do, you could go 261 miles per hour.
Well, I mean, that's good. You can do that on the Salt. I can cruise anywhere I like. I have a button that goes up and I hit.
There's a lot of buttons. Did you see the interior? A lot of buttons.
Yeah. Good luck remembering the order. You have to push them in. Me, 1. Simple. Done. All right. I'm moving on from this.
Move on.
I picked another car that was in production that just went live on the site relatively recently, and it's so cool. So this Ferrari 599. I've been talking a lot about the 599 recently that's because I think it needs to be discussed. Now in 07, this was the most powerful Ferrari you could buy.
Is that true?
It was, yes, it was the Halo car from Ferrari at the time. 612 natural aspirated V12 horsepower. Wonderful. This one, of course, is notable because it has a gated manual conversion done by Machina, which transforms the driving experience of the 599. This is becoming substantially more common with these cars because they are a tremendous value. They offer you Enzo-derived V12 power, which every owner of a 599 loves to tell you that Enzo is related to the Enzo engine, which is true. Also, every subsequent V12 Ferrari since is related to also related to the same engine family.
I think everybody appreciates it then too.
Yeah. So, but nonetheless, I think these cars that engine is so furious, it can be barely contained by the car.
Yeah.
It is obscenely fast. With a manual transmission, makes it a lot more like enjoyable to use at low speeds. But this is a car that you can use relatively practically. The interior is so much nicer than like the 550s was. It just feels much better put together. I think it's much more contemporary and it feels much more modern. And it just, this is the last Ferrari you can do the manual conversion with for the V12s.
Yeah.
Because the F12 after this was dual clutch only, and there was no. I'm sure someone will some insanely wealthy wealthy person will figure out how to do it. But realistically, for most people, this is the last conversion you can do. And this one has the luggage.
It's got the luggage, and it's got a very special color.
Oh, look at that luggage.
The color was a special order.
Bordeaux Ponte
Vecchio, which looks incredible in this car. Actually, on any car.
It does. It's a wonderful car. Like I think that, again, and I love that this one doesn't have the shields. It's a tremendously desirable car. And, I mark my words. I really think that at some point in my life I will own a 599. I just loved it that much when I drove it in New Orleans, and I think that they are just tremendously underrated. And it was the halo car for Ferrari in 2007.
I'll also mention Machinas, who did the swap on Nick's Mercy,
which he loves.
Which is a good sign. I've yet to drive it. Have you driven it?
Same. I moved it in and out of his driveway, and his neighbor yelled at me when I was cleaning my car. But other than that, I haven't really driven it much. But that said, even at low speed is where I think it's hardest, because you really want to make sure the clutch engagement is right, that all of the software works well, so the car doesn't stall. And his car never did that for me. It was super easy to move and very progressive and felt very natural.
So pretty.
Yeah,
I don't love. Sorry, to be clear, I actually don't think the 599 is that attractive. But this color, I think combination is very pretty.
I think it has aged really well. The rear still, I'm not totally sure on, although it's growing on me a lot. I mean, look at how ridiculous the arrow is on that car.
No, I mean, it's not my favorite, but the color works.
But yeah, the color works really well. And silver brake color, oh man, I just love that car. So I realize both of those are GT focused cars, but I think from the respective brands, they are halos for the respective year the car came out.
Yeah. And now I will go to the ultimate halo car. The halo car that we can all agree was the most successful halo car, period. We agree.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Now that we're in agreement, we can just end the video here. No, it's a 2012 Audi R8 V10 Coupe with the gated 6-speed manual.
Yeah, this is a very good
The R8
choice.
Generally was the halo car that created that. I can't believe I picked two Audis. But
I can.
Regardless, in the 19 years between there, by the way, 2012, the year that S4 won set the land speed record for the world's fastest sedan that year.
Dig in, Filippo. Go deeper.
The R8 turned Audi from a kind of also ran, not known for performance, German luxury-ish car company into a very sports-focused, very desirable company with, honestly, a design language that has followed from the R8 till this day.
Yeah.
It's still quite based on that.
No,
go ahead.
You are correct. I agree with you that I think of all the halo cars ever executed by any manufacturer, the R8 stands out as one of the most successful.
Yeah.
It completely transformed the way we think about Audi today. And this car, I mean, the car is 13 years old. That design, when did that car come out? It was 2000.
It was launched in 2006, incredibly.
Yeah. I mean,
but I think sold in the US 7.8.
And those early R8s still look amazing.
They look so good.
Are still incredibly desirable cars, and people know it as an R8, and it's cool.
Yeah.
It is still cool today. As cool today as it was when it came out.
And this is the most desirable version. V10, obviously a little more desirable than the V8, and stick is incredibly desirable and relatively rare, especially with the V10.
With the V10, yes.
This is the ultimate version of the most successful halo car ever. And also, our friend Sam has a V10 R8, not a stick.
Not a stick.
He's only so cool. Sounds so good, and it's an incredible engine, fundamentally shared with Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And the gated manual, I have to imagine, makes a whole world of difference. We had the gated manual V8 R8 here, and we all, literally every single person in this office, loved it because it looks incredible. I didn't get a chance to drive it outside of around the office. It sounds like it drove incredibly well.
It did.
And this just steps it up a notch.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I have nothing.
No disagreements.
I won't say you've redeemed yourself because, boy,
I didn't need redemption. We're good.
You've done a nice job with this one. This is without question a halo car. I realize this is a challenge for you as someone who doesn't necessarily always look to the ultra high end part from any manufacturer. You like the stuff that's more relatable.
Right. Maybe I should have chosen that 6,000 mile Viper because that's like much more relatable manufacturer. But this is just such a special car.
This is, and this is the definition of a Halo car.
It really is.
But interesting choices from you, and almost cheating yet again.
I didn't almost cheat. I just wanted people to know what I passed up to make my choices, because my choices were very deliberate. By the way, I also could have chosen an R35 Skyline GTR Skyline edition, which is 1 of 100 in Bayside Blue.
Yes,
go to it. Actually, you might not be able to go to it.
You could have. You didn't.
I could have. I actually forgot that car was live.
Okay.
To be entirely honest, but it's an R35 of 2024, so the final year, if memory serves. No, was going to be the final year. In Bayside Blue. That's incredibly special. There's a lot of like real Halo cars live right now, but thankfully we also have, including the 1993 Audi
I know.
S4.
Again, the reason we chose this topic was like, it's nice to return and see so many crazy, very interesting, very desirable cars on the site, like at all different price points. I think it's really
wild
cool.
set of cars.
But let us know what you thought. Who picked better this week? Filippo with his Audis or me with my Ferrari and the SLR? There will be a community post, which you can go to. Link will be in the description below. Let us know who won this week. It's nice to be back. It's good to see you again,
It's
Filippo.
so nice to have you back. I wish you had a little bit more inspired of choices. But
you have to drink some water or something and calm down. Nick has really rubbed off on you. We'll see if we can reel you in for next week.
No shot.
Goodbye, everyone.
I'm leading into crazy.